We're lucky to have you.
I'm the lucky one. Really, I'm the lucky one.
So sweet. Wow.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
My aunt is here from New York. My mom is here. Hi.
Oh my God, where's your mom?
And my mother-in-law is here. My mom is Nahid Rafii. Hi, Fawn.
Oh my God, I love that.
And my aunt Mahbash Abibol from New York.
Oh my God.
Great.
Hi.
My in-laws, Fawn and David from the Palisades.
Where are they? Wait, where are they? We're looking, find them.
Sorry, Jacqueline, I'm not presentable.
It's okay.
We'll get started in just a minute. We'll be
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Sitting there.
Yeah. So people are still coming in. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a minute after.
I think because you can't be under 18 or something. So I put it in.
To adjust your volume.
Okay.
And we have some classmates from AJRCA also. I want to give a shout out to them.
Aw.
Welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you. All right.
My Riley's with me. I think she wants to join us.
Hi there.
Oh,
Hey,
hi,
Lisa.
Lisa.
Hi, how's everybody?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Sorry, I'm cooking. I've got my challah back here.
I love it. And I love your sweatshirt. It's
I
so
figured-
appropriate.
Exactly.
What are you making?
Just chicken and the challah. I just, I'm hoping it'll rise quicker than it is.
Make a plain challah, or does it have little?
Tonight we're doing apple cinnamon.
Nice.
Oh,
Yum.
No,
Yeah.
come over.
Are you ready?
You're all welcome.
I'll take a taste.
Be careful, we might end up at your doorstep. So
That's right. Wendy, at least I could drop it off to her.
I know, it's so close. Maybe we should share the recipe with everybody because everybody would love it.
I used to make it for Stanford Hillel every Friday night for 2 years.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I opened my big mouth one time, and the rabbi volunteered me to make the challah every Thursday night I would make it in my dorm.
Wow. Oh, so you're an expert challah maker.
I've got this recipe down. I don't know any others.
All right, we're going to get started.
on behalf of my wonderful co-chair, Wendy Moss-Klein, and myself, Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to our now 7th Shabbat experience. It is so nice to see many of you joining us today. These Shabbat experiences have been such a wonderful blessing for our community, and I look forward to these uplifting opportunities to come together and welcome the Shabbat. Thank you to Dylan and Lauren, our Shabbat Planning Committee, and all our past participants who have inspired us and helped to bring these special moments of togetherness. The theme of our Shabbat experience today is gratitude, which aligns so beautifully with the designation of November as National Gratitude Month. As we approach Thanksgiving, the national day,
Angie, over there.
many of us are feeling, we okay? Many of us are feeling the enormous stress and disappointment of continuing to live within pandemic restrictions, but this is an opportunity to take a pause and enhance our own well-being. David Steindl Rast said, "The root of joy is gratefulness. And it's not joy that makes us grateful, it is gratitude that makes us joyful." How wonderful did it feel just this week to acknowledge and honor our brave veterans for the huge sacrifices they made so that we may all enjoy the freedoms and safety this country was founded on. Gratitude's amazing powers have the ability to shift us from focusing on the negative to appreciating what is positive in our lives. As we enjoy this sweet moment of Shabbat together, moved by the beautiful song heard by cantorial soloist Jacqueline Rafii, and reflect and share in the pictures and messages of gratitude submitted by many of you. I hope each of you will take this moment and this month to reflect on all the blessings that have enriched your lives and to take stock in the blessings we have been to each other and to our friends, family, and community. even in the midst of this pandemic and the loss and hardships many of us have been through. My prayer for this wonderful, giving, and thoughtful community is that you find the joy and meaning in your lives through your many moments that offer gratitude. I am beyond grateful to our beautiful Sylvia Weisz Women's Philanthropy community, and I thank you for your continued support and partnership. And now I'd like to introduce Women's Philanthropy Vice Chair Laura Ozer, who will share her feelings of gratitude with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's really nice to be here with all of you. I'd like to open with a poem by Karen Kadar. Steady yourself. Living takes time. Each moment is a moment to be lived. Each emotion is to be felt. We are here in this world to learn and grow. Fear can teach, confusion instructs, sadness informs, love elevates. Take the time to experience each breath, especially the ones that make you want to run. Patience, steady. Rush and race banish joy and peace. There is wonder to experience if you take the time. Step softly and deliberately. What lingers must be lived, and once lived completely passes in its own time. To force the natural rhythms of life is to deny yourself of the divine wisdom in each experience. What is gratitude? For me, gratitude is the conscious awareness of the blessings in our lives. It can be as simple as taking notice of something beautiful, a moment of joy, or the patterns in the clouds, or as complicated as a lifelong love. These days have reminded us to treasure our constant blessings, such as our families and our homes, and they have taught us to take note of the more fleeting moments, like the blooming of a flower or the wind in our hair. These days have reminded us to pause and to take joy in the little things. Back at the end of July, my son and I planted sunflower seeds in our yard. The birds came and dug up most of them, but one sprouted. We cared for it and watched it grow until it was over 7 feet tall. And just last week, a beautiful flower bloomed and took our breath away. This was not solely about the flower, but about the blessings of a shared experience with my son, the awe of witnessing nature at work, the joy of watching the flower bloom, and most of all, knowing that we had played a role in creating this thing of beauty. For this and for so many other things, I am blessed and I feel grateful. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Donna Maher. Donna is going to speak to us about Mizrahi Heritage Month and the Nazarian Initiative. The Nazarian Initiative of the Jewish Federation of Greater Los Angeles honors and celebrates Iranian heritage and culture. Its goal is to connect with community members to build a future where Iranian Jewish young adults are fully engaged as participants and as leaders throughout the Jewish community at large. Welcome, Donna. I'm excited to hear more about this initiative.
Hi, everybody. So honored to be here. As Laura mentioned, I lead our Nazarian initiative at the Jewish Federation, and really our goal is to engage the Persian Jewish community within our work and throughout the Jewish community at large, and also to really celebrate the richness of Iranian and Persian Jewry heritage and culture. And this month, in addition to being National Gratitude Month, is also Mizrahi Heritage Month, a time to really celebrate the heritage of Jews that are originally from the Middle East and North African countries like Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Tunisia, and many more. And it's really a time to commemorate the stories of the nearly 1 million Jews who were displaced from their homes in the Arab countries and Iran since 1947. In 1947, the UN partition resolution actually prompted the mass exodus of 850,000 Jews in the Arab countries. And many years later, with the Islamic revolution in Iran, about 150,000 Jews were also forced to leave. And in 2014, the state of Israel passed a law to remember these Jewish refugees and remember and recognize their stories. So here we are in the month of November, a time to really honor and celebrate diversity and richness within our Jewish community and within Mizrahi cultures. So if you're interested in learning more about this month, and this new holiday and new time to remember Mizrahi heritage. I want to encourage you to check out the Show Your Mizrahi Roots campaign, which was launched through the Nazarian Initiative and through New Roots of the Jewish Federation. Check us out on Instagram and the New Roots Instagram and the Jewish Federation Instagram. We are inviting our Mizrahi community members to share what they love about their Mizrahi roots. So check that out. And I'm really excited tonight to introduce our special guest in honor of Mizrahi Heritage Month. We have cantorial soloist Jackie Rafii, who is of Iranian descent. She's also the director of music at Shomrei Torah Synagogue, and in the past has been the cantorial soloist at synagogues like Sinai Temple and Wilshire Boulevard Temple. Jackie's currently a Wexler Graduate Fellow, one of 20 young Jewish leaders in North America selected annually to help strengthen the future of Jewish America. And she's going to be receiving her Master's of Jewish Sacred Music and ordination as a cantor in May of next year from Academy of Jewish Religion, California. For her master's thesis, she's actually conducting original fieldwork in the area of preserving, notating, and disseminating Persian Jewish prayer melodies. And so I'm really excited that we're going to be getting a taste of that tonight. And please join me in welcoming Jackie Rafii. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Donna, for that introduction. It's so nice to see you all. I'm so happy to be with all of you. And I want us to begin with actually singing together Hine Matov, which is from the Psalms, and it's about the goodness of being together. This is an original melody. It is Persian Mizrahi in the style. We have a lot of melodies for Hine Matov, but I didn't know one that was Mizrahi. So in honor of Mizrahi Heritage Month, I invite you to sing with me. Unfortunately, we're all on mute and I can't hear your voices, but I will imagine we're singing together. And I also added sisters to this because it's how good it is for brothers to sit together in the original Hebrew. I added sisters because here we are. Sylvia Weisz, Women's Philanthropy. Hine matov, umanayim, shevet achayot, achayot ve'achim. Hine matov, umanayim, shevet achayot, achayot ve'achim. Gam yachad, lechaim ad ha'olam. Gam yachad, lechaim ad ha'olam. Hine matov, umanayim. Shevet achayot, achayot ve'achim. Gam yachad, lechaim ad ha'olam. Gam yachad, lechaim ad ha'olam. Hine matov, umanayim. Shevet achayot, achayot ve'achim. Achayot ve'achim. Lechaim. Is everyone able to hear me? I'm hearing that, I'm seeing that you can't hear my piano. Is that true?
We can't hear your piano. That is true.
Oh no. Okay. I'm going to fix that. Give me just 1 second. Oh, it's a shame. Okay. Okay, how about now? Can you hear it?
We can't hear it.
Okay. Try one more thing.
But you have such a beautiful voice. I don't think half
Thank
of us even noticed that an instrument was missing.
Oh my gosh, you are so sweet to say that. But I really, Now?
No.
Okay. Okay. I know why.
Now.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to let everybody know that we did some setup before this, and I'm going into another room for part of this program, and so my apologies. I didn't set it up to the correct system. So now I wasn't even using the microphone. So what you heard was we'll just call that a warm up. And I'm very much looking forward to sharing with you the next psalm for Shabbat. So this is Ma Gadlu. This is a psalm for Shabbat. And it recognizes, we've been speaking about gratitude, and this recognizes the beauty and the goodness that's all around us, which is what much of Kabbalat Shabbat is. It was psalms put together by the mystics of our tradition. And I'm going to share with you my screen so you can look at some of the words of this beautiful psalm. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai me'od amku machshevotecha. How wonderful are your works, Adonai, how subtle your designs. This is also an original melody, and I invite you to sing along with me as you pick up the melody. And if you could just give me a thumbs up that you hear the piano once I start, that would be awesome. Great. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai, ma'asecha Adonai, ma gadlu, ma gadlu, ma'asecha Adonai, ma'asecha Adonai, ma gadlu. Continue by sharing with you a melody for Micha Mocha. So Micha Mocha is part of our everyday liturgy. We recite this every day on Shabbat. And why? It's a moment that we celebrate after the Israelites crossed the Red Sea, after they were redeemed from slavery. Miriam led the woman in dancing and singing, and all the Israelites were so grateful and happy that they were free. So we recite this song, this beautiful prayer. We recite it every single day to remind us that it's not only the great miracles that we are so thankful for, the redemption of our ancestors from slavery, but it's also the everyday miracles that are all around us that we just have to wake up to. So again, in honor of Mizrahi Heritage Month, this is a Persian Sephardic melody that I composed, and I would love to share it with you. Here again, once again, are the words for you to take a look at, the text. And this is Miriam and the women. That's a beautiful piece of art by Bracha Lavi. And who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, revered in praise, working wonders? And I invite you to sing with me. Micha נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. זה לי ענו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש נורא תהילות, עושה פלא, עושה פלא. So Karen and Laura so beautifully spoke about noticing the little things, the beautiful things around us. And I want to share with you all some Jewish wisdom on gratitude. The Hebrew term for gratitude is hakarat hatov, which literally means recognizing the good. According to our tradition, the good is already all around us. We just have to wake up to it. There's a beautiful example of this in our Torah portion for this week, Chaye Sarah. Abraham sends his servant to find a suitable match for his son Isaac. The servant takes his 10 camels with him and travels to the city of Nahor. He comes to a well, he kneels down, and he makes a prayer. He says, God, here I am beside a well with my camels. We're all thirsty. Let the person who comes and offers me a drink and also offers to water my camels, let that be the person who's destined for Isaac. At that moment, Rebecca walks by, and seeing this man and his camels, she immediately offers to give them water. She runs back and forth, filling the pail, bringing water, making sure they all drink. When she finds out why the servant is there, she agrees to marry Isaac, and so becomes one of our matriarchs, one of the mothers of our tradition. What does this moment, this touching story, teach us about hakarat hatov, recognizing the good? Abraham's servant took the time to pause and to make himself aware of the possibility for good in that moment, the possibility for kindness. And Rebecca, she paused and she saw this man and his camels and recognized the good that she could do. But of course, though this is a moving story from our Torah, we all know it can be hard to actually put this into practice. Studies show that human nature tends to focus on what we don't have, on our struggles. How many hours, how many days pass us by while we just go through the motions? And especially in this moment, there's so many challenges, as we know, with an ongoing global pandemic, political, social divisiveness, and the personal pain and struggles that inevitably each person goes through. But it's in these very moments that we can return to the concept of hakarat hatov. Judaism is the antidote to letting moments pass us by. What's the first thing that we are instructed to do upon opening our eyes in the morning? You know, moda ani, modeh ani. We say, I am thankful. And Rabbi Jonathan Sachs of blessed memory, who just passed away last Shabbat, a great loss to the Jewish community, he so beautifully said, look at the order of these words. Modeh ani. Modeh is thankful, ani is I. So thankful am I. And what does that teach us? Thankfulness comes even before myself. Thankfulness is all over our Jewish literature. It's in our daily services, it's in our Shabbat services, it's in our Psalms, it's in Pirkei Avot. Who is the happy person, the one who rejoices in what they have? It's everywhere. But what I find to be so incredibly fascinating is when you take a look at the Hebrew word for Jews, Yehudim, what is the root of that word? Lehodot, to give thanks. So giving thanks is absolutely essential to our core as Jews. It's part of our name. It's part of who we are. And one of the many gifts of Judaism is that it offers us rituals and prayers, practical ways to pause and consecrate moments that would otherwise pass us by. So for example, this evening, the Shabbat ritual we are all experiencing together in this moment. It's such a blessing. It reminds us of all the blessings, like video conferencing that allows us to be together even when we're not together, like technology, which failed me, but actually I failed it because I didn't plug it in, but it's still a blessing. And Sylvia Weisz Women's Philanthropy, a group of amazing women that does incredible work and puts these beautiful events together. There's so many blessings, and this ritual, this moment of pausing and reflecting, is helping us to appreciate that. So this Shabbat, I invite you to draw upon this wisdom of our tradition and create a ritual for yourself out of any moment. If you enjoy a socially distanced Shabbat meal tonight, take a moment, pause, reflect, recognize the good. If you read a book and realize, I'm so blessed, I could see the letters, I can comprehend what I'm reading, take a moment, pause, recognize the good. We're going to continue right now with a few moments of silent prayer or reflection. And during those moments, I'm going to invite you to type into the chat your Hakarat HaTov, the good that you are recognizing in this moment. Or if you feel so inclined, you could type into the chat one way that you will practice Hakarat HaTov, one way you'll commit to practicing it this Shabbat. So what is the one thing that you'll make sure to pay attention to look out for, just like Abraham's servant who looked out for the good and found Rebecca? May you wake up to the good this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. So beautiful to read everyone's responses. And I invite you to continue typing in and chatting in throughout the rest of this experience. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful for
Wendy, can you unmute yourself?
Sorry, everybody. Anyway, I'm grateful and tearful. What a beautiful slideshow. We love seeing your families, your travel photos, your lion photos, your gorgeous scenery photos. Just touches our heart. With heavy hearts, we'd like to take a moment of silence to remember those who are grieving the loss of their loved ones. We especially extend our love and prayers to recent losses in our community that include Allison, Sharon, Deanne, and Kathy's dear ones. May all these loved ones be a blessed memory. Amen.
We're going to continue with lighting our Shabbat candles in the few moments we have as the sun is going down. So if you have candles, I invite you to join me and to light them with me, and then we will join together in the blessing. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. May we all find a moment to pause this Shabbat, to reflect, renew, refresh our souls as we are said to be given an additional soul on Shabbat, and may we wake up to all the beautiful blessings that are around us.
You touched our hearts. Thank you, Cantor, Jackie. That was so beautiful. At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have. Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul, by Henry Ward Beecher. Time and time again, you rekindle our light. We owe each one of you gratitude for your dedication, love, and support to us and Sylvia Weisz, Women's Philanthropy. Thank you for participating in so many of our beautiful Shabbat experiences, Pritzker, Pomegranate, Lion, and club events. We are especially grateful to you this past year when times have been challenged and definitely unprecedented. Sorry, I'm tearing up. Today we honored Mizrahi Heritage Month and celebrated Persian culture and the Iranian Jews in LA. We thank you for sharing your culture with us. And thank you to the lovely Jacqueline Rafii, who sings like an angel. Thank you to Dylan and Lauren for always making each event so special. And to our wonderful co-chairs, Annette, Nancy, Lynn, Judy, Ellen, for always making our Shabbat experiences meaningful and memorable. Thank you to everyone who contributed with their pictures and words of gratitude and helped to make this experience so special and meaningful. And to everyone, we wish you all a very beautiful, peaceful, and loving Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you.